Welcome back to Toho Month, and we're taking a look at another somewhat important movie in the studio's catalog. This is The Mysterians, released in 19... This is The Mysterians, released in 1957, once again directed by Ishiro Honda, who directed the first Godzilla and Rodan. And it was Toho's first tokusatsu film to be filmed in their widescreen format Toho scope. The movie focuses on a group of aliens called Mysterians who arrive on Earth and basically want to occupy an area of land that's 2 miles in radius, and they want to abduct Earth's women and basically screw them to repopulate. You gotta respect their honesty. But as you can imagine, the people of Earth don't take too kindly to this, so there's an all-out war against humanity and the Mysterians. This was a movie that I've seen bits of, like back in the day when I was younger, but I never actually saw this from beginning to end until I had to for this review. And a lot of fans say this is a really great science fiction film from Toho. I think it's definitely good. It has issues here and there, but I mean, I could definitely see that it's an important movie. Because this was the movie that kind of set the groundwork for how Toho would make movies with aliens in them, whether they have monsters in them, like Invasion of the Astro Monster, or if there aren't any monsters, like a movie we'll get to later. It's got some really fun action scenes, some cheesy special effects here and there, but it works. You admire it, and there's a charm to these movies with all these little miniatures. And it does have a unique monster, even if he doesn't pop up that much, in the form of Mogira. Basically, this giant robotic... People have debated whether he's a mole or a penguin. I think he looks more like a penguin. He causes some destruction here and there, and basically he's a war machine sent by the Mysterians, like as a warning to humanity, like, hey, we're here. But again, Mogira doesn't do that much. He's taken out pretty quickly, and when he pops up again, he's taken out at the snap of a finger in almost a comedic fashion. And while some of the special effects, like the miniatures, seem a little outdated, the production design on the Mysterian Dome, basically their home base, is pretty cool. And the costumes are that classic, like, 50s cheesy science fiction look. That works. I mean, you look at them, they kind of look like something out of Power Rangers. And one thing you'll see a lot of in these science fiction films directed by Ishiro Honda is the theme of unity. Basically coming together in a nation or planet's darkest hour to fend off a universal enemy. Like, that was a major theme in the original Godzilla. And it's seen here where all the nations of the world basically get together to help Japan destroy the Mysterians, or at least get them away from Earth. The movie isn't completely flawless. While I think that this is a good movie, again, it has a problem that a lot of these Toho science fiction movies have. There are scenes where they have American actors, or English-speaking actors, I should say, and they are terrible. Anytime you watch a Japanese version of a film, the English-speaking actors are so bad, they're so poorly directed, that you kind of wish they were dubbed over in Japanese. What's ironic is in some of Toho's later movies, like Invasion of Astro Monster, Frankenstein vs. Baragon, or War of the Gargantuas, you have American-trained actors, like Nick Adams and Russ Tamblyn, who do a fair job when you actually hear their voice, but for the Japanese version, they're dubbed over because they're main characters. So that's a bummer, but I mean, the bottom line, the English-speaking actors in a lot of these Godzilla or monster movies from Toho in general are awful. And there are many silly moments throughout the movie, like when you see some cops trying to use a machine gun or a pistol to shoot Mogira, it's like, come on, this is a giant robot. You think that little pea shooter of yours is going to do anything? But it's kind of funny. The one part that made me laugh is when the military are using flamethrowers against Mogira, and again, Mogira is this giant robot. Humans are ants compared to him, and when they use these flamethrowers against Mogira, the flames just suddenly grow in size, as if Mogira is as big as the humans firing the flamethrowers. It's like, that's something that had me laughing hard. To wrap things up, The Mysterians is a very well-made movie. Like Rodan, it's important in the sense that it set the groundwork for alien invasion films from Toho, and the monster Mogira would later pop up in Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla as a UN defense weapon to fight off Space Godzilla. So while Mogira is not really that well known of a monster, he at least would pop up in a future Godzilla movie. So I would say The Mysterians is definitely enjoyable. Lots of fun to watch. Not as boring as Rodan, but I don't think it's as enjoyable, for me personally, as Rodan. There's not a lot of mystery. It's just a B movie. It's a good movie. It's not a great movie. These Toho science fiction films, I think, are a lot better to watch with friends than on your own, because you guys might laugh at some of the silly things that go on in these. But Mysterians, really good, not great. And that's my review for The Mysterians. Leave a comment and tell me what you thought of the movie. If you've seen it, what did you think? Like, subscribe, share me with your friends. Don't forget to check out my official website, therealmrrobinson.com. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, and Periscope. And this is The Real Mr. Robinson telling you there is only one.